Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What's my voice going to sound like at 4 o'clock in the morning? I don't know. Probably not the best. Hopefully it'll come right quicker than it did yesterday. How's everybody doing? It's 4 o'clock in the bloody morning, but I am awake. Let's hope this game is a good one. It better be if it's 4 in the morning. No pressure. Teams are out there. Anthems are done. We'll see. 24 degrees, not a cloud in the sky, in Auckland, a bank holiday Monday. Got it at my 3:45 a.m. alarm call. I will take the kids to the park later. I took them out yesterday as well, after the rugby. So, yeah, how's it going? Patrick's here. Blake, man, how's it going? Well done for getting out of bed. Yep, I managed it. Tim, how is it, sir? You're on the cider today. After England and Bath's performances yesterday, I'm sure you'll need more than one. Hey, well, I remembered to refresh this time so you can see. Jezza, how's it going, man? Neil, who are we picking for this one? I think in terms of the odds, this one was one of the closest on paper. Thanks for getting up so early. No, man, it's always preferable to watch the game live if you can. So I much prefer that. If it wasn't a holiday today, I may not have done it, but what can I say? Monday, public holiday, no work. Watch rugby. I'm up early as well in New Zealand. Good on you, man. I hope you've had breakfast or got your coffee ready. I've got coffee and water to get me through the morning. Wayne Barnes is the ref. I believe his missus cut his hair. She did a decent job from the looks of things. Metric thinks Ireland. Wales is still in their rut. Remember, no Josh Adams, no Liam Williams. Dan Lydiot's back. Jimmy, man, good morning. Hopefully the early start's worth it, man. I hope so. We've just kicked off where I am at. Go on, Bonzi. Kevin Byrne. Thank you kindly, sir. Appreciate that. That's a nice way to start my morning, man. I take it Kevin is an Ireland fan, but that's just based on the name. Goodness me. Joel. Thomas Williams, good to see him back. Did you see Alan Jones' black eye apparently had a fight in training with Jake Ball? What? Are you kidding me? I wondered why Jake Ball wasn't starting. They've gone with that in bed. Got punched by his own teammate. Goodness gracious. Is it that bad in the Wales lineup? In the Welsh camp. Ireland also don't have Stockdale. He's been getting a bit criticised, though, from Irish fans for his defence, though, right? And Kevin is an Ireland fan. I figured. I'm glad I was right. Good luck, man. I got the right jersey on. My wife told me to wear Wales today. Not Wales, Ireland. Goodness gracious, too early. It's on the online media. I'll have to look that one up at some point. Henshaw brings it back inside. Penalty to Wales. That's a good get out of jail for them. They had a punch up in training a few days ago. That's why Alan Jones has a black eye. So what does what does Jake Ball's face look like? Wish I could donate. COVID got me broke. No worry, bros. No worry. Happy spouse, happy house. I haven't heard that one before, but Probably correct. Oh, they've missed touch. Jeez, it's all gone this one. Quick start. Snowstorm in Germany. Jeez, I hope you're keeping warm, man. Alan Jones does have a temper. Jake Paul's face looks okay, but he's got a big old beard, so he may be able to hide some of it. Evening, Big V8 Show, man. How's it going? Jeez, the intensity of this game has started pretty high. Lewis Rees-Zammett's found a bit of space. Time for Wales to have a crack in the Irish half. Respect the grind. Oh, penalty. Bigger will definitely have a shot at this one. And at the side. Been to see how Dan Lydiot plays. Yeah. Absolutely. Oh, it looks like Halfpenny's kicking. James Lowe was the one who managed to kick that penalty, keep that penalty in the field of play. Who gets penalised here? Armani. Okay. Yeah, it didn't come around from the gate. Not by much. Jake Paul's beard is too big for his mask. Surely he kicks this one. Here we go. Over. Wales are in front. Ladies and gentlemen, how's it going, man? Jonathan Davis, I think he's got an ankle injury. Popping in to say hello. I'm on the hard stuff already. Flashing, well, your side's in front, so you're doing alright. Haven't taken the kick yet on the BBC. How the hell am I ahead of the BBC when I'm down here in New Zealand, man? That doesn't make sense. If I'm dropping spoilers for anyone, you can always pause the YouTube stream. I'm at 6 minutes and 20 seconds. I still can't get in my head around Josh Adams being out for 2 games because he broke COVID rules by having a gender reveal party with his family. Yes. I've never been to a gender reveal party. The closest I've been to is a baby shower. And I've been to like maybe one for my sister-in-law, and my work did kind of a baby shower when my wife was pregnant, but it wasn't like anything too formal. They just gave us a bunch of baby clothes and nappies and stuff like that. BBC's ahead of me. Okay, that makes sense because there's a 10-second delay as well from when I watch it to when you guys see me. Whatever I do, you're seeing 10 seconds behind. So, yeah, maybe it's the online version because I'm watching on Sky in New Zealand, so I would have thought it would be behind. Right, Ireland have gone 9 phases. They are slowly inching their way forward to the Welsh line. Tipbrick wants to turn over, but he's not going to get it. "12 phases. They're finding some space. Here we go. Keenan. Nah, it's going to go in a touch. I'm missing the abuse from your English mates in the pub. Oh, man. Gender reveal party. Can't believe this is a thing. No. Young people, man. Young people. What can I say? It's a different generation. You need to get those Instagram... Ooh, line out stolen from Ireland. But it's a knock-on. Unlucky. You got to get those Instagram followers with your... What, James Ryan. Love watching Elliot D play. Hopefully he comes off the bench. Afternoon, Michael. How is it going? At least the gender reveal party didn't start a wildfire. That was in like California or something, wasn't it? Brit's taking an excuse for a drink. Fair enough. Scrum's solid to start with. And a big old boot. What's Keenan going to do? He's going to kick it. James Lowe is going to run it, surely. No, he's going to boot it. Halfpenny safe under the eyeball. Snowing outside, so the fire is lit and warming up. Nice. Must be nice having the feel of an open fire. Thought Owens might steady the line out for Wales. Not yet. I guess we're only 1 in. Jake Ball is off to Australia. Yeah, that's right. Uh-oh, Lydia's down. Not looking too healthy. Please don't let this be another aerial ping pong tournament. There was a bit of a kicking duel there. I think Ireland was getting the better of it, but Keith Earls has just knocked the ball on. BBC pre-match commentary, they mentioned relegating Italy in favour of Georgia. What are your thoughts? Consistently being poor performers. It's not going to happen. There's no way, because Italy brings in way more money than Georgia ever could. So, just in terms of the finances, Georgia has not got a chance. Open fires are great until you need to clean them. I've never had a place with an open fire, so I have no idea. Auckland's not that cold, eh? You very rarely would need an open fire, I would have thought. You just put on a sweater. Georgia, flavour of the month. They would lose to Italy all the time. Yeah, last time Georgia played Italy, I think Italy gave them a decent defeat, right? It's just the idea of change, right? Change for change's sake, I guess. But I mean, Georgia, people have got a good feeling for. Like, people want Georgia to get more chances, and people want Georgia to do well. But if Georgia was on a 28-match losing streak, people would be giving Georgia all kinds of grief as well. Miss South African National Rugby. Man, 2021 should be the year for it. I spent yesterday walking around in a Springboks jersey, so that's hopefully a bit of good luck. Georgia would also be losing these games by maybe more points. Yeah, I don't think Georgia would perform. Well, what's a pity is at the Autumn Nations Cup we didn't get to see Italy against Georgia. We might have if Fiji had got to play more of their games, but the way it worked out, Georgia ended up playing Fiji. And Fiji walloped them, right? No way the old boys go to Tbilisi over Rome. That's a good point. Hans, man, how's it going? What about bringing Fiji and Georgia in the same format as the Autumn Nations Cup? Wow, look at that black eye. Yowza. We should pinch South Africa if anything they're in our time zone. South Africa at least signed up to the Rugby Championship for a few more years, so we've got them for a while. They've just shown Jake Ball after showing Elman Jones's black eye. Don't be tempted to buy a Macron shirt unless you've got it 3 sizes too big. Really? I've got a Macron Italy shirt and it's about my size. Nice kick through. 11 minutes in. Who's commentating in New Zealand? I have... What's that guy's name? I don't want to let it play too loud because last time Sky New Zealand gave me grief for broadcasting their content, even though it was just a little bit of audio. He's Irish anyway, I can tell that. Oh, a t-shirt, okay. T-shirt, sorry bud. Italy would beat Georgia if they brought them. They would probably lose most of the games. I never liked the idea of moving Italy for Georgia, but I would like to see 7 nations to add more variety. Well, Lydia is coming off, which is a big pity after him coming back. That sucks. That really sucks. I hope that's nothing too serious, but he's limping pretty seriously. Mark Robson? I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. He's definitely an old hand commentator that I'm very used to hearing. Didn't the 10-14 get a TV contract? The 10-14 were initially on Sky over here, which is what I'm watching now. And then when Spark got the Rugby World Cup rights, they shifted from Sky to Spark to cover the Rugby World Cup. But unlike... Oh, big knock on from George North. Unlike Sky, Spark didn't really give the 10-14's content much like prominence. Sky gave the 10-14 their own segment weekly, whereas Spark kind of buried their content at the bottom of all their other content, and they didn't do as many of the games as you would have thought. So, and then since the World Cup, I've not seen any of them. Like, they've put out the odd tweet, but that's about it. I missed their channel. Navidi will get the job done, but how long has Navidi been fit? Wasn't he out for bloody ages? See, the Belgian government stopped the team going to Bucharest for the Romania v Belgium relegation decider. Romania stay up. Romania's decline shows you how fragile rugby's health is in the second tier nations. I didn't know that, man. Peter Amani could be in a bit of strife here. That's not a good look. He's maybe made contact with the head with his shoulder. Uh-oh. Come on, man. I got up at 4 o'clock. I don't want to see any cards. Please. Please make that a yellow. Oh, no. Please, just a yellow. Please, just a yellow. Please, just a yellow. He's dropping. Oh, the way Wayne Barnes is talking, this is not good. He's dropping. Bollocks. Peter Mundy has been red carded. As soon as I saw that contact ahead, I know that was going to be well. Red card all day. Anytime you make contact with like a swinging arm to the head, you're in the deepest of SHIT, unfortunately. But I thought maybe you could say he was dropping, but that was just wishful thinking because I got up at 4 a.m. and wanted to see a contest with 15 on 15. Oh, balls. Grumpiest looking Irishman. I think it's probably Armani. He always looks pissed off. Don't think he saw it. Yeah, I don't think that was a deliberate shot because Francis was kind of falling as, I don't know. Oh man, Wales are struggling at line-out time. Thank you, Ireland. That's going to help Wales and France. Yeah, maybe. I think that's the game. Deliberate? I don't think it was deliberate. I think that was just a bad timing. Maybe a bit careless. Don't know. Don't know. That sucks, though. It sucks when there's a yellow red card that early in the game. Nobody likes that. Sometimes it fires teams up, though, so I won't write the Irish off, but it certainly put them on the back foot. Doesn't matter if it's deliberate. Yeah, exactly right. Does not matter if it's deliberate at all. Don't think Francis was facing away from him with his head down. By the time his head was ducked down clear, Francis turned his head, popped up. Yeah, it kind of looked like that to me as well. Like, it looks bad in slow motion, but if you play it in real time, there wasn't much time between Francis being in one position to being on the ground with his face waiting to get hit. But the rules are basically, doesn't matter. You've got to be the one to take care that you don't do that to anyone. So, there you go. Hello from Finland. Just don't get the games here in Finland with COVID restrictions. Oh man, that sucks. Oh, Wales have just chucked it into touch. Ruined ruins a massive game like this. Yeah, Ireland's Grand Slam chances are gone. It's the head that's all that matters, unfortunately. Yeah, man, you're right. Basically, as soon as we saw that hit to the head, right, you could see it like, oh, this is probably not going to be very good. Yeah, Sexton's just done a wee seatbelt on Thomas Francis. No, it wasn't Thomas Francis. Who was that? Was that Johnny Williams? Penalties considered as already 4-zip. There's one yellow card. The wife's just told me to shut up. My wife is still in bed, thankfully. Basically, no rugby in Finland. It's all ice hockey. Yeah. Can't compete with ice hockey. There you go. Finland does have a few ice hockey players. And rally drivers. That's the only thing I know about. Oh, not just rally drivers, racing drivers in general. The Finns tend to breed them pretty good over there. Ireland looks shell-shocked. Wow, I guess, yeah, red card and 4 penalties to none is not the ideal start. They'll need to settle down. This is not doing Wayne Pivac's job any harm. So far, so good for him, really. Looking good for fantasy. Well, in terms of my tipping, I tipped the Welsh to win, but I also tipped the English to win, so that doesn't mean much of anything. I predicted France would beat Italy by 10. I don't know what the hell I was thinking with that one. The red card is going to be good fodder for the rugby press. Oh, it's always the talking point. As soon as there's a red card, that's it. Playing the Scarlets game at the moment. I didn't get to see much of Scarlets when Wayne Pivac was coach. I probably saw his last season in a bit of decent detail. Vaughan, all good, man. Hope you're going good. Got up early to do a stream. Why not? Peter Mine is probably more interested in taking care of the grass than playing on it. What? Come on, man. Finland are ranked 88, once lost 100-0 to Denmark. Goodness gracious me. My son's girlfriend is half Swedish, half Finnish. She doesn't get rugby. She's a netballer. I wouldn't have thought they're netballers over in that part of the world, but there you go. Ruddock should have been starting. Maybe they wanted to put the line out under pressure. Oh, one of the Welsh guys is injured. Maybe the injuries will balance it out, man. Wales have already got Lydiard off. Yeah, another possible injury. Finley, how's it going, man? 20 minutes in. 6-0 and a red card. Decent kick from Sexton. Is putting that Welsh line out in an awkward position. It's not been very good so far. He's back up. Yeah, back up. Look like he got stamped on, really. Mate, she's bloody tall. Went to uni in the States. Goodness. Wow, quick line up this time. In 2016, Ireland beat the Springboks with 14 players on the field. And Liam, yeah, there was a red to Peter Armani for a shot to the head, a clean out. Unfortunate. Yeah, there's certainly been times when teams have won with a man down. I know it's Super Rugby, but many years ago, let's out with the mark. The Sharks came over to New Zealand and went to play the Crusaders of all teams away from home, and they got, I think it was Bismarck du Plessis or Yanni du Plessis, red carded in the first 10 minutes maybe, and they ended up winning the bloody game. It was a pretty sweet victory for them. Firstly, to beat the Crusaders away is difficult enough, let alone with an extra man. They are coping with the man down so far. You wouldn't know it, just to look at the play. They look alright. $26.20. You remember that one, huh? Thunder got sent off. They came out of the air. Kutsia, his reign was not the best. Wasn't that hard to beat the Springboks in 2016 or 17? Even Italy were doing it. That's true. Ringrose. I just couldn't quite get the pass away. Ireland at 9 phases. Still outside Wales was 22. Gary, I tipped Wales before the game. And maybe looking a bit more likely with the red card, but you never know. Oh, they've knocked it on. Sexton looks a bit annoyed. He's got a very expressive face, does old Johnny Sexton. If Ireland can win this with 14 men, we're in a chance for the championship. Can't see it though. Can you imagine the pressure on Pivac if Wales lose at home? I know the home advantage thing's not a big deal with no crowds, but with a man down, a 6-point lead. Ooh, big head clash. That's why, bloody hell. Yeah, Johnny Williams and Gary Ringrose's massive clash of heads. Surely there's no TV reflection today. Sexton is a dub. He's never happy. He looks particularly grumpy there. I wouldn't be surprised if Johnny Williams fails that head class, actually. Man, that was pretty nasty. Surely Sky's not going to punish me for that much TV reflection. This game started with a bit of a hiss and a roar, but it slowed down, eh? That red card maybe will do that to you. Ireland don't want to be playing too fast. He's a born winner or a born whiner? So many injuries you'd think Scotland was playing. Ryan's off injured. What? I missed that. It can't be right. If that happens, Pivac needs to get home to his isolation bubble and get ready to go home. Yeah, probably. Oh man, you're right. Henderson's on. What the hell? Wasn't it Ireland, Scotland where the two players knocked each other and the ref was quick to stop the action? You might be right. Oh, penalty for Ireland. I haven't had any copyright strikes, Rodri, but once on Facebook, like this equivalent live stream on Facebook, Sky Sports New Zealand put in a like cease and desist claim on a video that was like 5 months old, saying that there was 8 minutes of audio that matched their files. I was like, okay, I deleted it. A winner. Okay, yeah, fair enough. No, you wrote it right. I just wasn't sure. Right, Ireland are not opting for points. They're opting for touch. How much would it cost to relocate the WRU to New Zealand to have Gatland coaches? Yeah, Gatland, as someone just mentioned, it was Joel in Super Rugby Aotearoa. His Chiefs side lost every game. Oh, line-out steal for Wales. Neither side's really able to get a bunch of fluidity in this one. Oh, big tackle on Hugo Keenan. Alan Wynne Jones was visualising bloody Jake Ball there. After the first round of games, who do you think will be top three? It looks like France. You can't imagine England will be that bad 2 weeks in a row. Right? And then maybe Scotland, based on this game so far, but this game's only 27 minutes in. And we've had James Ryan, Dan Lydiot, Johnny Williams, and Peter O'Mahony all go off for one reason or the other. So this game's been a bit disjointed. Gatland beat the Satyrs with the Chiefs. Yeah, that was in Super Rugby regular. That's true. It all went downhill from there. Did the Gatland Chiefs break the Revolution bonus points? They may have. It was a bit of a weird one. Right, this time they opt for the 3. We'll see if Sexton can kick it and not hurt his hamstring. Would you get red and yellow cards for your whiteboard magnets? I could make them. I don't know where my red marker's gone. I probably should. There it is. Oh, he's kicked it. Since the red card, still been pretty even, man. Does anybody know what minute Peter O'Mahony got his red card? I wrote down it looks like about 13. Is that right? Oh, Wales doesn't have the crowd advantage, which could be affected. That's true. Got a prediction for the Super Bowl? I do not. Do I even know who's playing? Isn't Tom Brady in the Super Bowl again, but he's no longer with the Patriots? That's about as much as I know. Doesn't really make the media much over here. Poor Rick says maybe I play for Ireland. Maybe. $14 minutes. Thank you, John. I will write it. Seeing as I don't have a magnet for it. Oh, Amani doesn't play for Wales, you silly man. What have I done with my... Let's see if I can... The red one's always a pain to clean. It leaves a mark compared to the black one. Ryan's back on. Good man. I look exhausted. I'm actually feeling better than when I got up at 5:45. Don't know why that is. I went to bed like 8:45 last night to get up for this game. So excited for Super Rugby outside. Oh yeah, man, it should be good. Is it just me or Ireland playing way better since the red card, or at least are they dominating this? Or am I that sleepy? I don't feel it. 10 phases. They're back in the Welsh half. Stunder. They're getting closer. Fancy Scotland against these two, at least from an attacking standpoint. Scotland's record against Ireland in recent times is pretty bad, yeah? The time is at 31:55, by the way. Tilt the camera up, because you can see my shorts. Jeez, 19 phases, but they've turned it over. Pass was forward. Forward pass, we're going to have a scrum. Henshaw forced the pass. No, it's just we can see your chin and not much above that. Oh, okay. I will tilt it then. Saul Bodenberger isn't in the Blues squad. He's in Japan, man. He's in Japan. He's taking a sabbatical year. When he signed up to leave the Hurricanes and come to the Blues, he had provisos in his contract. He can take one sabbatical and he can take 2 holidays. So he gets to spend about half of his... What is his contract? 3 years? He can basically take half of it not playing for the Blues. So he took the first half season off, then the pandemic hit. He came back for Super Rugby Aotearoa. That finished. Off for sabbatical for a year, then he'll come back, play for a year, and then take another holiday, basically. Nah, he should be back in time for the All Blacks, I think. He's just taking a holiday from Super Rugby to make some sweet, sweet money. Good scrum from Wales, but it's still Ireland with the ball. It'll be a rough press conference if Wales lose this one. It's not been pretty, man. It could be 6-all here with that penalty. Did you see Eddie Jones' press conference? Just one of those days, mate. Do you want me to say it again, mate? Oh, I'll tell you again. 25% possession. Yeah, I saw it. -6 from the red card. Yeah, what the hell, man? Wales were looking better before the red card. Brilliant impression. To do an impression of Eddie Jones, you basically just need to make your voice a bit nasally and then say mate a lot. Tuivasa-Sheck joining the Blues. Hopefully he does okay. It'll be interesting to see if he comes into the midfield or if he goes to fullback or wing. 6-all. Six apiece. Well, he is an Aussie after all. Yeah, basically you could say that for any Australian, but even compared to my Aussie mates, he says mate a lot. Interesting game with Ireland down to 14. Man, it'll be a famous victory if they pull it off. But they've looked far and away the better team since the red card. It was a New Zealand actor who played him in the movie The Bright Miracle. Yeah, it was Tim Morrison. More famous for playing Jango Fett in the Star Wars prequels. And also Jake the Muss in a New Zealand movie called Once Were Warriors, where he beats the shit out of his wife. Excuse my language. That's a brutal movie. It's depressing if you watch that one. About domestic violence in New Zealand. Pretty bad. Oh man, Henshaw, here's a try. Van der Fleer. Oh, he didn't reach out. I think he could have made it. That's okay, they've got it anyway. Are you kidding me? Tyke Burn. Are you kidding me? Bro, Wales. Are you kidding me? Henshaw beats Tipuric, which is not often done. Offload, Van der Fleer. Oh, maybe he couldn't have reached out because Reece Summit's feet were in the way. Yo, Tipuric slipped. Oh, yeah, I think he probably made the right call. If he reaches out there, maybe Reece Summit's feet coming around knock the ball out. Man, reaction time from Tyke Burn. Bloody hell. April Tui, how's it going? The impact of the red card will come back later in the stages of the game. Yeah, that's true. They may be tired, so in terms of wanting to build up a lead. See if he gets the kick. We have a game on, indeed. Wow. 13-6, man. Wow. Why Wales are playing crap since the red. Yeah. Game on, says Sean. Jake the Muscles will beat the snot out of Uncle Bully. Great but grim movie. Yeah, it is pretty grim. Man, Ireland are absolutely on fire at the moment. Wales need halftime to come as soon as possible. Wales are doing my head in, says Tom. Man, it's not the prettiest. The hell, Thomas Williams just fell over with nobody around him. Is he alright? If Perfect goes, who takes over? Get Scott Robertson from the Crusaders, please. We need him out of the Crusaders. We need somebody else to have a chance. Oh, another penalty. James Lowe's taking it quickly. Yeah, Thomas Williams had to be down. He just fell over like he was shot. He had to have done something. Oh, and Sexton decides to put it into touch. He wants to go into the sheds. He is 35. He's like, bugger this. Bugger this. Wow. Yeah. The way he went down, he had to be injured. Hamstring, yeah, you'd think so, eh? Right. Let us... Need a new laptop, can't see what I'm typing. Just gonna send and hope for the best. That's pretty funny. I want to see what the stats are saying. SixNationsRugby.com. First Irishman to ever be sent off in the Six Nations. Really? Wow. Key stats at halftime. Possession 61-39 to Wales. Really? Territory 63-37. What? Keenan's having a solid game. He does look pretty comfortable at the back. Yeah, I thought that was wrong. Like, on the Six Nations site, it says 61-39 to Wales and the territory. But if you go to ESPN, it's got it the other way around. I'm inclined to believe ESPN here, man, bro. No way Wales had that much territory in possession. They were under the pump, man. I only realised you got up for this. Oh, bro, yeah, man, I set the alarm. I went to bed at 8:45 and it said on your TV 50-50. Really? I feel like, just on gut feel, Ireland was certainly down Wales' end a lot more. Maybe I'll check Ultimate Rugby to get a third. I'll get a second opinion, third opinion, whatever it is. Ultimate Rugby has also usually got stats. I'm just going to mute this so I don't get in trouble from Sky while I'm not talking, and see the stats count anywhere. Ultimate Rugby somewhere. Why is it not on the front page of your website? Seriously? Okay. They're making it hard for me to find. But that's okay. I'll get there. Apparently the Irish saw red in the Five Nations. Union Life has possession 64% to Ireland. That would make more sense to me anyway. Ireland. Fixtures. Here we go. Man, Ultimate Rugby's website sucks. Took me a long time to find that. And it says... Yes, it also says 64% to Ireland. So the Six Nations website is around the wrong way. Definitely around the wrong way. Saw that as a yellow. Man, contact with the head, that's generally hard to argue with. That's just the way they ref it these days. Definitely a yellow. Red card says Skizzer. I know. I mean, I would have liked it to be in a yellow for sure. But it doesn't really seem to matter much about the circumstances. If you make contact with the head, unless they're like falling over, you're in deep, deep trouble. Red card for sure, says Alex. Dan Lydia, it's a big loss for Wales. Agree. Run meters 106 Wales, 267 to Ireland. Tackles 116 to 45. Wales are still tackling at 94%. Which is nice, but you haven't had any bloody ball. Your lineouts at 50%. Irish lineouts at 33%. Penalties conceded as 9. Anyway, all these injuries are about to happen with the age of the team. Barnes is so calm and letting the game flow. Barnes has become, I mean, he used to be absolutely hated here in New Zealand. I think we've kind of let that go for the most part. Like, New Zealanders don't complain when Wayne Barnes is appointed to ref us anymore, which means he's obviously doing pretty well. This is what happens when you put on Irish gear. You catch the Joe Schmidt disease and start hunting stats like drugs. I've always been a stats guy in terms of rugby stuff anyway, so yeah. Feels weird first time not watching Ireland play. Headbutt tackle could have been a card. Yeah, headbutt tackles are a bit weird like that. They can be carded. It's been done. Barnes also hated. Barnes is hated in Ireland also. He used to be hated, and we still refer to the 2007 game, but I don't think we mind him reffing us anymore. Hate the way Barnes refs the scrum. Always miss Nigel Owens. Agree with that one. Although even some people don't like him. As a Welshman, I haven't seen a line break since 2019. Hold on a second. Let's see. We got stats for that. We can find the numbers. Match stats. Clean breaks. Ireland 3. Wales 0. You are correct, sir. Mark is not a fan of ref blaming. Yeah, that's true. I mean, refs can have bad games, and refs can maybe be the deciding factor. But what I don't like is when you kind of focus only on the ref and ignore everything else your own team did. Like, if your team missed a couple of big tackles which led in tries, I'd be like, well, if you'd made those tackles, the ref wouldn't have come into the picture, right? But sometimes people tend to forget that kind of thing. Do you think this is it for Pivac if Wales lose? It'd be hard to come back from a loss at home with an extra man after being 6-0 up, right? So he's no longer public enemy number 1 in New Zealand then. Yeah, I don't think Wayne Barnes is still public enemy number 1 over here. I think we're okay with that now, I think. Forgave Barnes the game we lost in South Africa 2013. He was sensational that day. Bloody Liam miss him. I can't remember that one. Otto says, as soon as you got home, what's happening with the rugby? 2 penalties to Wales made a 6-0 lead, plus a red card to Peter O'Mahony for Ireland. Meant they were 6 points down with a man down. I think it was penalty card and then penalty. But since then, Ireland has scored 13 unanswered points, man. Happy days. Bradley, how's it going, man? As far as I can tell, Rico Ioane's ego is public enemy number 1. That's probably pretty true. After he blew that try against the Wallabies. We don't really like showboating that much in New Zealand, so... Any idea what's wrong with Saracens? Oh man, I don't know. They've lost to Ealing Trailfinders twice, right? Sometimes you feel like a ref should go, but refs are refs. They are right even when they're wrong. They have enough people judging their performances. Yeah, it's not an easy job being a ref, that's for sure. Paul says, ref's decision for the red card's 100%, but the Welsh player who went off concussed should have got a card for his tackle. If he made contact with his head, even if it was with his head, you could make that argument for sure. BBC talking about the Lions tour. We'll still have to wait and see how that goes, man. Williams, it was a clear red card. That's actually one area I don't think there's consistency with head clashes. Sometimes they rule them as just a head clash, but I have seen them carded before. So yeah, it's a weird one. Why hate the refs when you can hate on commentators like Austin Healy? Oh man, that guy. That guy. Who have we lost in this game so far? We've lost Johnny Williams. We've lost James Ryan. We've lost Dan Lydia. It looks like Thomas Williams. Not a good day to be a Williams. Anybody else gone off? And Peter O'Mahony, obviously, with the red card. Can't wait for Aotearoa. Indeed, man, it's not too far away. Guzzy, how's it going? Don't know how Wales haven't scored with the extra man. Indeed. Holy moly, what the heck is all that? Pivak seems to fail to create... What was that? Whoa. I need to get myself a moderator, don't I? Pivak seems to fail to create a unified group. The incident between North and his teammate is worrying. Spammers are amongst us, indeed. They're easy enough to block. Right, players are coming back out. There's a police helicopter flying over my house. They must be looking for Wayne Pivak's assailants because he's going to be in trouble. 4 Irishmen sent off. Dug in for a punch-up with Jeff Wheel in the 70s. Heaslip for booting McCaw. Stunder for flattening Lambie. Aki for a high one. But none of those in the Six Nations, I guess? Can somebody please explain why Aotearoa is kicking off? Ah, they want the local audience, man. Right, second half is underway. Need to see more from Wales. Can't see Pivak lasting very long. Joel, it's not looking very good. Thomas Williams has gone off, so Gareth Davis is on. Tompkins is on for Johnny Williams. Foster doesn't have a great record either. Foster's winning percentage is certainly not the best. Super Rugby, February 27th. That sounds about right. I think the Aussies are back a week before the Kiwis. Oh, stripped. Keenan with the boot. If Pivak goes, who'd want to take charge of a Wales side struggling transition from Gatland years? A confident coach would be willing to do it. Scott Robertson, man, take him. Do it. Bring back Gatland. Or if there's no Lions tour, Gatland may have a bit of free time on his hands. You never know. Vin Unleaded. Cheers, man. Appreciate that. Kindly. Thank you, sir, for the donation. 42 minutes. Brian had just got dump tackle on the Lions tour in New Zealand by 2 players. Both were let off. Yeah, that's the it's not tiddlywinks moment. Would you like to see a Welshman take the job on? It'd be nice for them to have a Welsh coach instead of a Kiwi, but who's the leading Welsh coach at the moment? You guys who follow the rugby closer, Wales will know that better than me. Couldn't figure out how to write a message. No worries, man. Appreciate it. Googled rugby red cards. First World Rugby red card was Hugh Richards for whacking Gary Winton with a sneaky elbow. Wayne Pivac's looking a bit, what's the non-swear word, a bit frustrated. Dai Young, but hasn't Dai Young only just taken over at Cardiff Blues? Hey, from South Africa, gaming rules, man. Rules gaming. How's it going? I think George North's just copped a finger to the eye. Hopefully he's not going off because Johnny Williams has already gone off. What was the Welsh bloke's name who was with the Crusaders? Could be a shout. True, one of the assistants. Pervac will see out the Six Nations. Remember the Bucky's special head clash. Thanks for the coverage. Yeah. Bucky's on Jimmy Cowan. I don't think the Welsh will sack Wayne Pivac, right? Because he's on a contract and you'd have to pay him out. I don't think anybody's got the money to be paying anybody out with COVID, right? Nobody's got cash just sitting around to sack the existing coach and then appoint a new coach. Long brisk walk. Seems the first half was eventful, sending off in Ireland, a man down. Frank, it's been a wee bit scrappy, but Wales have just not looked at the races since getting the extra man, which is bizarre. Congratulations on 30k. Cheers for that, Otto. Yeah, that happened the other day. Appreciate it. How did the English lose to South Africa's B team? Isn't Sale Sharks South Africa's B team? Come on, man. Scotland's South Africa's C team. Scotland's only got Kebble, now Van der Merwe, Van der Vault. Is that it? Despite poor results, I actually think Pivac will come through. Oh, you got to be optimistic, but it's hard at the moment. Murray, box kick, too much time and space for Lee Halfpenny. That's way too easy. Emmett, I am from New Zealand. Sexton with a kick. That's a better one, but not quite into touch. Bit of a kick and duel at the moment. Oh, Shonik. Thank you, brother. I am drinking water at the moment, but beer for next time. It's only 5:15 in the morning, so appreciate that, brother. Thank you, sir. Right, Wales are running out their own half. Ooh. Don't like Lowe's kicking technique. It's just a seatbelt. That's just a penalty. Watching the Super Bowl. Is the Super Bowl on now? Surely not. NFL countdown, apparently. Super Bowl's not on until lunchtime. Not for a few hours yet. I doubt I'll be watching it. Somehow. I'll be more likely to take a nap, I think. We'll see. Right, Wales actually have the ball in Ireland's half. Even the 22. What can they do here? The Sheriff's got it. Oh, Falatau just knocked it on. Bloody hell. That didn't take long. The defensive line was rushing up at him and knocked it on. And Gogo says with the pre-game, the Super Bowl is an all-day event. I think it says there's already coverage starting. It does say... What does it say? Where is it? Oh, ball's wrong one. Yeah, it says NFL countdown has already started. It's been on since 4 a.m. Bloody hell. This is a joke, says Tom. It's not the prettiest, man. Bring back Getz. Ooh. Ireland have lost it. So Wales will get a second chance, Tom. Here they go, surely. George North. Henderson's lying all around it, and Gareth Davis has made sure they get a penalty from that. Navidi with the offload out the back. North! North! George North gets a try. Bloody hell, did Wales need that? This game needed that. George North, the man most criticised for his selection this week. He shaped and then, boom, took that gap. He looks sore as. His body's taken a battering over the years. Don't believe it. Ringrose tries to get the ball out the tackle. They lose it forward. Tompkins pounces on it. Navidi with that nice little... Oh, and it's James Lowe who buys it. That North's going to go outside. He dummies and James Lowe falls for it. North puts the hammer down as much as he can. What a try. Only 28 years old. It seems like he's a lot older than 28. What can I say? Wayne Pivek's job. Maybe looking a little bit safer. A soft try from Ireland. Yeah, a bit too casual, I guess. Offloading and the tackle inside your own 22, just outside, maybe not the right decision, but we'll see. He's missed it. He has missed it. So Ireland's still in front with the man down. Navini did so well with the offload. Absolutely. Oh, he brings that kind of skill set there, doesn't he? Wales needed the conversion, yeah. Can't see North being around much longer. He's had that many concussions, man. I would like him to take care of himself and, think about his life when he's in his 50s and 60s, because you're out of the game a lot longer than you're in it. So, yeah. But he should just follow the medical advice. Hi, Charlotte. Jimmy Trebet North is Welsh. Welsh speaking, born in England to Welsh parents. I think his dad's English, but his mum's Welsh. I guess it doesn't really matter. He's raised in Wales, yeah. Speaks Welsh. It doesn't get much more Welsh than that. Gareth Davis is on. Yep, Thomas Williams went off at half time. Unless there's another Davis. Amos has just kicked it out on the full after Tips had turned it over. How many subs a week can start picking up some 2 cents merch? I'm working on it, man. I'm working on it. Sexton's down, but he should be alright. Had to go for a walk in the Arctic weather up in the garden. Fair play to Ireland. They are a decent team, flesh. And yeah, well, at least you guys scored a try. It's a wee bit closer now. 2 cents coins will be merch. Popham's got dementia from rugby. That's from years of rugby. That's right. There's a few guys who've got memory issues, headache issues, all kinds of brain-related issues from too many knocks to the head. So you do gotta take that into account. But I'm sure he's getting good medical advice. So, yeah. Start selling them jerseys. Only match without any tension was the Italy and France game. That game was over pretty quickly, you gotta say. I was talking to one of the Scottish guys after that Scottish game, talking about how I enjoy matches which are close, and he said, yeah, when you're a neutral, you want it to be close, but I guess if it's your own team, you want it to be a landslide. Start selling jerseys but charge more than 2 cents. Yeah, I would say so. World Rugby being sued. Yeah, that looks like it's going to happen. A bunch of former players are getting some lawyers together. Oh, Wales have got a penalty. Game time. Jose is at 53-22. How's George North? Well, he scored the try. He hadn't had a lot of opportunities before that, but Wales haven't had much ball. John says, I think my heart rate was in quadruple figures during the game yesterday. As a Scottish fan, I can imagine. Looks like Henshaw's going off for an HIA as well. Do a collab with the Blues Rugby. I'm thinking about asking those guys for immediate pass, but apparently they're really stingy with them. Another HIA is right. Can you see Scotland easily beating Ireland? Easily? No. Billy Burns is coming on. Sexton's gone off. Should have played Bundy Key, maybe. But Henshaw's been doing well. Halfpenny can't get to that one. But it's knocked on by Ireland in the air by the look of things. How many seats do you think Johnny Sexton will break in anger after he's subbed? I think even he's talked about the need to kind of keep calm after he gets subbed, right? How it's a bad look. Ooh, that was in the air. But careless from Keith Earls there. He knows better than that. Stop kicking the ball. Yeah, neither one wants to play in the. Neither side wants to play in their own half, do they? Earls is having a poor game. How many times has Keith Earls run the ball? He hasn't had many chances. Oh man, the lineouts in this game. But then, have Ireland kicked it out on the full? So Wales get another chance. Okay. Take it. I quite like Earls as a player. He's got a good amount of determination. He's quicker than he looks, but I also quite like Conway at this point. Oh, they got advantage, Wales. Here's a chance to do some pivot magic. Here we go. Oh, man. Keenan has just flattened old Halfpenny, so that move is dead. We'll go back for the penalty. Wales have an extra man. Doesn't look like a Kenneth. Indeed. It's not looked at all. But it may start to tell in the latter stages. I don't know. Oh, man. A lot of these guys look pretty ginger in terms of their bodies holding up. Lama should be brought on. Who would you take off for Lama? Earls? Put Lama on the wing? Because Keenan's playing well. I wouldn't want to move him from fullback. Right, Wales. Here you go. 5 metre line out. Ooh, it's probably not the lineup they wanted, but at least they got the ball back. Penalty advantage. Oh, Reece Sammett's over in the corner. Ooh, maybe this extra man's starting to tell. They're going to check it. 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 A lot of seatbelt tackles from Ireland. Yeah, that one was from Conor Murray. That's why they had the advantage. think he gets it. It gets airborne. That's a try, man. Proper. That's like a rugby league style try, that one. You must be a top 20 rugby fans in the world. Yeah, it's not often I get up at 3:45 to watch rugby, but after I've just seen that Lewis Rees-Zammit try, he's making it a bit worth it. Quick hands. He's brilliant. He's class. Yeah. How are you feeling now, Welsh fans? How are you feeling now, Irish fans? Wales seemed dead and buried for a while. What a kick. Unbelievable. A bit better. Just a bit. That red card. Guy looks about 15. Yeah, I think is he 20 now? Irish fan, I'm really annoyed Peter Imani. Nice kick is indeed correct. April Tui. Will Connors has come on. CJ Stander has just barreled into Talupe Faletau and knocked him on his backside. Right, Ireland look annoyed by that try. They are running the ball. No more box kicking. Peter Mone is one of the last vestiges of a cult of personality in Irish rugby. Joey's feeling meh. Went to school with Amos. He's not even one of the young ones anymore. He was 2 years younger than you. Yep. Peter Money was recutted by Barnes versus the All Blacks when he did a similar thing to Richie, but 3 times in a row. Oh, wow, I don't remember that, April 2. Would you say CJ Thunder's fat or just large? He's not fat. He's that ball and muscle style. He's not real rangy. He's got a perfectly shaped body for the position he plays. He can get low, but he's got bulk about him. Give Halfpenny credit for that try. The quick hands, eh? Quick hands. A barrel. That's basically it. He's a barrel of a man. Like you look at someone like Caelan Doris, he's real rangy, right? He's all limbs. Whereas CJ Stander almost looks like he doesn't have limbs. He's just a big barrel of muscle. He's big boned. You could say that. Henshaw is not coming back. He's taking a seat, I assume. Or maybe he's waiting at the sideline. He's gone to the seating. Ireland could certainly use him back. There are stats for try assists. Yes, there will be. What happens to good old fat props like Adam Jones? Yeah, so far Halfpenny is being credited with a try assist for that Zamet try. Dupont had 4 try assists in his game against Italy. So, yep. What was the handicap? I think it was 3.5, like negative for Ireland. Wales were plus 3.5. Pure farmer strength like Furlong. Furlong and his spuds, man. How many runs have we seen from James Lowe in this game, eh? Whoa, penalty against Ireland there. What was that for? Blocking? Obstruction? Which players would you take off Ireland for the Kiwis, if any? I quite like Tug Furlong when he's in his form. He's always been injured for ages. Wales are not going for the poles. They're going for touch. Nice little banana kick from Dan Bigger. I've seen the YouTube video of Furlong as a kid playing football. I cannot imagine it at all. Oh, Henshaw is back on. That's good news. But Ken Owens is going off. No, he's not. He's still throwing the lineup ball. Okay, sub him. Give him a break. 63 minutes already. You've gotten value out of him. The lineup just goes. You knew I'd say Tig. I am a big Tig Furlong fan. What can I say? I also think we could use a lock like Tig Burn, actually. We don't have... Well, with Retallick out, we don't have that rangy, able to get turnovers style lock. We're a bit thin on locking depth. We've got a few young guys coming through, but nobody's real proven. On the subject of taking Irish players for the All Blacks, do you think South Africa has the best players in the world at the moment with the likes of Faf and Colby? Colby would certainly be one of the first names on a World Rugby team sheet, eh? But I think it's fair to say a lot of South African fans were a bit underwhelmed by the Super Rugby Unlocked in the Currie Cup this year. Maybe the expectations were just really high after the World Cup. Ireland's penalty count is being costly. The Halfpenny is about to slot this one over. Man, this half has changed, eh? It looked like Pivak was about to lose his job, and now they're looking a lot more comfortable. James Ryan would be a decent take. Actually, yeah, you're right. You're right. He's more like a Sam Whitelock in terms of being like a work rate guy, but he's probably a better ball carrier than Sam Whitelock at this point in his career. Game over. If we lose this game, it could spell the end of Farrell down the road. Both these coaches are under a bit of pressure, but I would say Pivak's under a lot more. At least they've got the red card as maybe out for this one, but they were performing really well for large periods even with it. Coles and Taylor are old. How old is Cody Taylor? He's not that old, is he? Our props aren't that young or outstanding either. Yeah, I was also thinking of Kean Healy, but he's getting on. I knew it would change the final quarter. Wales nothing on the ball, make Ireland defend. Yeah, it's tough, April Tui, to maintain that extra bit of effort for the whole time. Oh, they've just mistouched Ireland. It's not what they needed to turn this around. They needed to go and turn the momentum. It's gone the wrong way. Tried to chew off those few extra meters. Wife has told you to calm down, Fleshin. Leo Cullen could take over. There's been some criticism of Leo Cullen, though, for his handling of Leinster, right? Saying that he's been in the job too long and he's out of fresh ideas. Like when they got beaten by Saracens last year, people were calling for his head, or was that just like a normal kind of fan reaction? Oh, Callum Sheedy's on. Oh, who's that down? Sexton? He's looking pretty groggy. Henshaw, I think, has probably been Ireland's best player today, man. At least with ball in hand. She's saying be calm, we're just building pressure. Well, Ireland's gone 10 phases. They're the ones building pressure at the minute. Yeah, Sexton probably needs to go off. What happened there? Oh, it's a knee. Tipperik's kneed him in the head. Accidental, of course. If anything, he's fallen into his knee. You can look at it either way. Sexton should have been taken off 10 minutes ago. He still looks pissed off. He's literally just sat up and he's like gesticulating at the sideline. Like, what are you pissed off about? Anyway. He's always complaining. What? For the ref for not stopping the game earlier? Maybe, but he stopped it eventually. What's he got to be annoyed about? I don't know. I don't know who he's annoyed at, but he's annoyed at somebody. Sexton's the biggest grump in rugby. I know, he does always seem pretty grumpy, doesn't he? At least he's not complaining as he's gone. Oh no, he is. There's the shake of the head. I don't know that I've ever seen him substituted without a big old... Unless maybe they're winning the game and he claps people as he goes off. For the most part, he shakes his head. Sexton has a young man mentality, maybe. That's one way of putting it. Been a long stoppage, this one. But we may be going to get a scrum. Just competitive, yeah. Tom's kind of right in that the top guys tend to be pretty competitive, but I don't mean to compare them just to New Zealand guys, but I don't remember the likes of Dan Carter and Richie McCaw, who are also pretty bloody competitive. Apparently, Richie McCaw, if you're walking to the door, like his missus says, like he'll try and beat you to the door. Like, I'll beat you there. I'll get my shoes on first. I'll beat you to the door. Like he's also very competitive, but he doesn't seem that kind of petulant, right? I don't know. Henshaw's packing down on the blind side. Stunned up. Billy Burns can't get the ball away. Natural talent, how's it going, man? Ireland need a score here. Make the final 10 minutes edgy your seat stuff. Flesham will be saying, no, we don't need that. That's true. Roy Keane for soccer, football, was also always seemingly pissed off. I compete with my wife and daughter to use the toilet all the time. 2 scores. Just need 2 scores. Try on a penalty. That'll do it. Whoa, loose ball. Oh. Johnny needs to go off when you have an English World Cup winner from 2003 who cannot remember that day. There's no argument. Fair point, Frank. What do you do if you're Ireland here? Do you just take the 3, hope for the try later, or do you push for the try first? Alan Wynne Jones has been penalised for not getting out of the way of that ruck ball. He's not happy with it. Oh, Lewis Rees-Zammit. The injuries in this game have been phenomenal. Not in a good way. Maybe Ringrose accidentally kicked him as he went past. Or does he just fall on his own wrist awkwardly? Can't quite tell from that angle. I always do who blinks first with my little cousin and I'm 18. You can get penalties anywhere inside the Welsh half, but might be hard to get this close again. Push for the try. Looks like they're going for posts. Take the points. You need 2 scores anyway. Oh, game on, people. Game on. Now, do you think France is looking at this game and kind of rubbing their hands together with glee? It's hard to say, eh? These teams are kind of cancelling each other out. There's been so many bloody injuries. It's not really given either team a chance to show us their full skill set. And plus, you've only seen France play Italy so far. But they did look good. Ooh, Bigger has missed that one in the air, but Wales has still got the ball. Wales are loving those caterpillar rucks in this game. That's got to be said. Oh, more loose ball from the high balls. They're flopping all over it. Tipperick's got it. Oh, but it's an Ireland penalty. Here you go. Getting scrappy again. Scotland are pissing themselves. Oh man, Tyke Burns down with a bit of cramp. $40 ahead, gonna have to pause. Alright man, yeah, give it a pause. I'm at 73-27, but the clock stopped. Tyke Burns sitting on the ground having a drink of water. Injury stoppages have sucked. The best game of the round. Game yesterday got better as the clock kicked away, increasing tension. Don't think this game itself can match that one. Yeah, it's been a bit stop-start, to be fair. Too many stoppages, too many injuries, but I guess some of that you can't control. Right. What can Ireland do here? They're mauling. Wales better be careful not to drag that one down. Okay, well done. We're looking at the two weakest teams here apart from Italy, says Sean. If you're injured, get off the pitch. I'm inclined to agree, but they do tend to want to not move the guys, eh? But some of the guys, tying their shoelace and whatnot, that needs to be hurried up. What can they do here? James Lowe, he's not going to pass it. Ten phases. Billy Burns has kicked it. Oh, don't know if that was on. Don't know. People are overrating Scotland after yesterday. Oh, you're only as good as your most recent performance, right? England are going to be crap until they win again, and then they'll be back to being one of the best teams in the world. Yeah, I don't think that kick was the right move. Obviously, that's hindsight being 2020, but I don't know. I would have thought keep ball in hand there for a clearer opportunity. Scotland to win the Six Nations. France will have something to say about that. Maybe even England. We'll see. Bro, why is Ken Owens still on, man? Anyway, that lineup was good, so keep him on. And Wales have won a penalty at the line out. Why something so risky with so little time left? Exactly, I think that's when you keep ball in hand. They weren't going backwards, it was a bit static, but I don't know that it was time to pull the pin. Lions tour, we're still waiting to hear what happens with it. It's going to be a turnover ball at the Mall. 3 minutes left. Ireland did well to stand in the fight. Absolutely. Wales didn't exactly put them to the sword, despite having the majority of the game with the extra man. But Wales will be pleased with their second half compared to the first, which was a bit of an atrocious one. How long is still left? Jan, we are at 77:32, so not long. Otto's calling a James Lowe try for the win. Wyn Jones has been given player of the match. You know when a prop gets it, the game's not been that free-flowing. Otto called James Lowe. Here's James Lowe, but he's tackled. Right. Ireland have got the ball. They're in Wales's half. Now they need to keep the ball. No time for any kicks. James Lowe's well tackled again. Will Rollins needs to get out of there or he'll be penalised. 6 phases. 7 phases. Ooh, Ireland have knocked it on under pressure. It's probably going to be it. Jimmy was counting down for a knock on, and it came. Nick Tompkins putting the pressure on. Wayne Pivac's looking slightly more animated in the coach's box. Right, Wales need to kill 30 seconds. They need one big scrum. 25 seconds. Fair play to Ireland for staying in the game. Hopefully they can maintain a losing bonus point. I think from this position, a losing bonus point's almost like a minor victory, eh? But obviously, Wales needed to keep it. Why the hell did Gareth Davis grubber that through? It seems unlikely, but they've just given Ireland one more chance. Okay, we'll take it. Ireland have got to go length of the field. Unless they want to play it safe and keep the bonus point. Uh-oh. George North. George North. Oh. There's a knock on. Ooh, they're going to check for a deliberate knock on. Penalty or what? Wales is annoying. Hold on to the ball. I would have thought so as well. He only had to hold on for 2 more phases. Tompkins could be in trouble here. I think Tompkins has given away a penalty. Was it worth the early morning, Joey? It's not been the greatest game of rugby I've ever seen, but it's had its moments. It's not often I get up at 3:45 to watch rugby, but it's a public holiday today, on a Monday. I think we forgot about the red card. Well, that's credit to Ireland, isn't it? Ireland have got one more throw of the dice. Here we go. Wayne Pivac is scared. Henderson's just won the line out. Wales need to be really careful not to concede any penalties because they don't want to be playing in their own half. They want to make Ireland work for it, not gift them any territory. Oh, that tackle was a wee bit high. We're 82 minutes in. Lama. Stunder. Still going. You're going to be up early watching the America's Cup. Good man. I haven't watched bugger all of that. I don't even know if I've seen a single race of that yet. James Lowe, 8 phases, 9 phases. Ringrose. Oh, Tipurick's brought him down. He's isolated. Was Tipurick off his feet there? Far out. This is getting dangerous. Oh, they've thrown a horrendously loose pass. Just giving back any territory that Ringrose made. Okay, the finish is good. This is entertaining. Oh, man. I can't take my eyes off the screen. What's going to happen? Oh, a penalty to Ireland. Holy... My goodness. What? What? Are you kidding me? After all that effort to get up this end of the field and Billy Burns has just kicked it dead? Oh, what the fudge? Come on, why? I can't believe it. What a way to finish the game. Come on. Come on. I was saying Billy Burns is going to be the next guy in lieu of Carberry coming back. And until Harry Burns ready, come on, you can't be doing that. Oh, come on. Bring back Sexton. Oh, come on, man. You can't be finishing the game like that. Please. Oh, my goodness. What the hell? Talk about... Yeah, someone said anticlimactic. Are you kidding me? Absolute bullcrap, says Otto. France is laughing themselves to death. Man. Oh, man. I can't believe it either, kicking in. What the hell? Yeah, cheers, Jonathan, man. Far out. What madness. That game, like, had absolute moments of proper skill and magic. And absolute moments of, like, proper dog crap, like, what are you doing? Like, it was such a mixed bag, that one. I don't know how to feel. Like, wow. Madness. But yeah, John's right. A big effort from Ireland to be in a chance with winning that at the death, despite having a red card as early as they did. Yeah, a weird game is right, April Tui. Yeah. Alright, guys. Yeah, we'll call it quits. 6 o'clock in the morning. My kids won't be too far out of bed. But yeah. Congratulations to Wales. Wayne Pivac lives to fight another day. And Ireland get a losing bonus point, which all things considered is maybe not too bad a result. Obviously they'll be disappointed, but yeah. Crazy. Yeah, you guys all take care of yourselves. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys again for another one sometime soon. Yeah, hopefully a live stream next week as well. Alright guys, see you. Take care.